So here we are again with Monday, and it's Monday the 13th, and getting started a little late this morning, so I hope I can get everything done that I need to. We're here on Bricklink, and we're looking at 15 orders for this morning, which isn't too bad. Nothing super large there. I think the highest lot count there is 29 lots to pick, so not an awful lot to do there. And then if we look on Brick Owl, we've got another 10 orders on Brick Owl, similar situation, all fairly reasonable to pick. And I think we've got just 4 orders on eBay, and I say 4 because I've got this situation at the moment where it's constantly showing me 2 more than I've actually got to ship, so I don't really know why. Seems to be an overthrow where it hasn't cleared some of the items that have already been shipped. So plenty to do, but as usual, I did manage to get ahead last night. Sunday, always try and put a couple of hours in to get the day started and get picking, and you know, just to get ahead of the game a little bit. So just basic parts orders here. We've got one going off to Switzerland here, which is a falconer from the latest minifig collectible series. He's bought a bunch of these castle wall sections and some other things. Over here, we've got eBay orders going out for some Marvel minifigures, Thor related. We've got the last of the Rhino minifigures going out. We've got a Series 21 figure, which was the Violin Kid, which most of you will know. If you ever got cases of the of these minifigures, the Violin Kid was one of the predominant figures, so it didn't ever really sell well. So I've got a fair few of those still to move, and it's always good to see those selling. As for other things, mostly, you know, just basic parts orders, minifig related order there. This one was interesting in that it was only 4 lots, but the customer left a specific comment to put everything in the same bag because they enjoy sorting them out, which is fair enough. If that's what you like to do, happy to do that. And saves me, you know, having to bag separately, etc. But yeah, it seemed a little bit odd. Here we've got some Ninjago minifigs going out, and then more basic parts orders. So that's the first batch. As usual, going to get those all packed away and ready for the post office, and crack on with the next batch. Second batch of orders complete for today. Let's have a quick look at them. Minifig parts going out, all sorts of bits and pieces. Here we've got a couple of Harry Potter instruction books, and wipe me out of most of my stickers as well. As I said, more parts orders. This is a regular orderer that I mentioned last week, and he's let me know that this is probably going to be the last order he's going to place for a month or 2, just because he's reached the next stage of his project, which is fine, and I really appreciate his business over recent weeks. As I said, I've been getting an order a week. A couple of internationals here. This one is going to France, I believe, and that one to Germany. And then over here, more orders, one with another little instruction booklet there, and other little parts, tiny order there for a couple of animals. So that's it, going to get these packed up. It's left me with about half an hour to spare on the post office, so we'll get these out, and then we'll look at getting some stuff added to the store, I think. Okay, it's time to start getting some more stuff added to the store, and I'm starting with this orange box. And the reason I'm starting with this is because this is all new parts, and as you can see over here, I've got tons of drawers hanging out that are from my new parts wall. I mean, I have new parts elsewhere as well, but all of these drawers are hanging out because there's space in them and they look untidy, and I'm hoping that by sorting this out, I'm going to find some new lots which are going to fill at least some of those drawers. Now, I've already looked at the Brick Pickers file, so I know what is in the cabinet, and we can take a quick look through some of these items. So all sorts of stuff in the cabinet. Some that are nice items and some that are probably going to take a good while to move, but they all need to be catalogued, all need to be added to the store. But before I can do this, I also need to get this other brick store file, which I think I touched on at the back end of last week. This is a file I created with various shields and other components, weapons, accessories, hats, things like that need uploading to the store. I never got around to uploading them last week, so I just need to check the pricing on these, get these uploaded, and then I'm going to start working on this. So we've managed to empty this cabinet and get everything added to a Bricklink file, or a brick store file rather, and we ended up with 1,902 parts in 73 lots for a value of just over £171, and I've uploaded that to the store, and that's given me 32 new lots. So not a massive dent in the drawer situation over there. Still lots and lots of empty drawers which need to be filled, and we'll need to have a look at that. I'm going to do a little bit of what little bit of parting out we have got to do. We're gonna get moving on that again this week to try and get some of those drawers filled, but next up, probably tomorrow now, will be to crack on with more of the orange cabinets. Time to have another bit of a push on those and try and get rid of them. Still 3 here to empty along the floor here. These are all used ones, and then there are 3 more back at the container, and that's it. So still lots to do. Right now I need to get some tidying up done because my desk is an absolute mess. So I'll get that done, and that'll finish me off for the day, I think. Tuesday the 14th of February, and we've got 6 orders on Bricklink this morning. All fairly small orders, to be honest, by the look of things. Then on Brick Owl, we've got another 4, and we have got just 1 item on eBay. So I'm going to go and get those picked. I need to print off picking lists, etc., and we'll get started. I want to give a quick shout out to David Bailey, who has been very kind and sent me a little donation to Ko-fi for my birthday, and I don't think it's the first time David's supported me, so hope he doesn't mind me sharing the fact that he also turned 60 last month, but you know, it's a good club to be in. Okay, let's take a quick look at this morning's orders. First order up is some of these inverted slopes in dark red and medium lavender, and I'm guessing that these are going to be used in minifig frames. That usually is the case with these kind of parts. Usually people who are reselling frames or whatever, but not 100% sure. Other orders, just general parts orders, nothing super exciting. We've got some real bogies going out, some friends parts, and over here we have got Harry Potter Hermione Granger in the pink dress on eBay going out. And maybe a little word on this one, because I was contacted by someone last night who was a little bit concerned that because they'd added these, that the Bricklink option was coming up as a small parcel. And it does that sometimes because of the tolerances in the package to make sure that it fits in a jiffy bag, etc. In this case, these are pretty flexible, so this order will fit into a large letter. But the way I operate is if people ever feel uncomfortable that they are being only offered a small parcel, I will always refund the difference if I manage to get it into a large letter. That's just the way I operate. I don't really ever want to overcharge on shipping. I only charge what it costs me, and I think that's only fair. So if you are considering placing orders, don't worry if it comes up as a small parcel and you think it's a large letter, you will be refunded. So with orders done, it's time to get cracking on uploading more parts, and I think I'm going to be tackling this box here, which is a box full of used items. Now, I've had a look on Brickstore and isolated the items so I can see what's in this. And according to the Brickstore file, it looks like there's potentially 16,000 items in there in 228 lots. So it's probably going to take a lot of sorting out, this one, and be quite time intensive, because what I find with these is you end up with the bigger drawers being a mix of parts or a mix of colours for the same part, and it means that everything needs to be separated out and counted, so it can be quite time consuming. But I'm going to get cracking on it, and we'll see what we end up with when I've got it all sorted. It's now Wednesday the 15th of Feb, and as you can see, I didn't actually get this cabinet finished yesterday. There was an awful lot in here, and almost everything needed to be sorted. You know, every drawer had mixed colours in, had to be separated and counted, etc. So it's, you know, as I've said before, these cabinets are actually quite time consuming to get sorted and listed in the way that I want to do it, which is to have them in their own drawers or compartment of a drawer per colour and per part type. So as I said, time consuming. So what we've got so far is 4,585 parts in 141 lots, which means in theory, and I'm saying in theory because this doesn't always work out quite right, there's still nearly 5,000 parts in this drawer, which is a little hard to believe looking at it. But there are things like these clips which you know, are small and can be many, so we'll see what we end up with. Still skeptical as to whether there's that amount in here. So we've got this to do, and this will be one of the first jobs this morning. On the order front today, it's pretty quiet. We've only got 5 orders across all of the platforms, so a really slow day. We got some sheep going out on eBay, and a few bits and pieces across mostly Brick Owl, actually. 3 orders Brick Owl, 1 on Bricklink. Some instruction booklets going out, there as well, so I had to go and locate those. So we'll get these packed up. Now, in terms of orders and these being fairly low today, one of the things I've been considering lately is my delivery options. I had some feedback from a customer last week who had to use first class because that's all I offer, and they would have preferred second shipping and second class shipping, you know, that just added to some thoughts I've been having myself about offering as much variety as I can to the customer. So I think I'm going to reinstate second class shipping. Now, the reason I stopped doing second class shipping was really as a result of COVID, when things started going missing, people started to claim that they weren't getting their orders, and it just became too much hassle with second class. So I went the first class route, and that meant things were getting to the customers much more quickly. But I'm going to give the second class option a try and see if that does anything to increase orders, because I don't want to be putting people off by not having a delivery option that suits them and is cost effective for them. So we'll see how that works out anyway. Now, also yesterday we parted out some sets. So we've got 5 of this Spidey set here. This is the set that I was selling all of the Rhino minifigs out of, and as I said previously, they've all sold now. Still got the Hulk minifigs, still got the Spidey minifigs, etc. So because I've got so many drawers empty in here for the new parts of the wall, so we've got lots of drawers hanging out here. I think I've said before that these drawers I want to get moved. You know, the drawers that are not empty, I want to get them moved into either this wall or this one, which has also got lots of empty drawers. So that may be a job that I need to try and tackle today, because I'm now, if we try and get this in, I've started with new here, and I've now got new in these 4 and that one, and then the rest of the wall is used. So the used is coming up quickly, and I really need to take up the rest of this wall. So need to get those moved. But at the same time, we also parted out a couple of sets here. This is this set 76194. And the reason that there's only 2 is, you know, these came with the Brickpickers acquisition, and there was a few, you know, odd sets where there were only 2 of this, 2 of that, 1 of the other, etc. And they will need to be parted out as we go. They couldn't be resold because they'd been opened. And although the box was open, I'm not sure any parts had actually been taken. But in this particular case, I think I had to pinch a few parts for a previous order that I need to be aware of as well. So lots to do this morning. As I said, there's the orange box to get sorted. These orders need to be packed up, and then we need to get these 2 parted out sets away, and all of that before I can think about moving any of this stuff. So it's going to be a busy day. So I finally finished sorting out the orange box that I was working through, and we ended up with 6,496 items in 231 lots. So way short of what was recorded as being in the box, but I suspect, again, you know, that's because the higher volumes of some of the parts are in a bulk box, bulk bag, back at the container. So I don't think the lots are too different. In fact, I can show you the lots that were left over. So there are a few lots, there are 20 lots that I couldn't find in the box. So those were missing for whatever reasons. And then let's just have another look at that. So that accounted for about 1,200 items in those missing lots. And then, as I said, 6,500 parts in here. Took an age to work through this box just because of the sorting out. So for instance, when I got towards the end, and I had to sort through all of the clips in bulk, you know, which ones were O, which were U shaped clips, which were thin, which were thick. Oh, someone asked me on the live stream I did recently, which is my least favorite part. And I think it's without doubt these clips. And the reason is all of those variations and having to go through every one of them to check whether it's a U or O shaped and is it thick or thin. They're just such a pain. Anyway, I'm going to get this priced up and uploaded to the store, and then I'm going to be working through some of these new sets that need to be uploaded. I'm not going to get as much done today as I had hoped, which is always the case. I always overestimate what I'm going to get done, and I think I've got another order or two to pick, so I need to get those done as well before I head off to the post office. Thursday the 16th of February, and this morning we have got 6 orders on Bricklink, and we've got a couple of, well, decent orders. One in particular, £112 there plus shipping for just 34 lots, which isn't bad at all. And then we've got others there, 30 quid for one lot, 20 quid another lot, which I think is a minifigure. So I'm pretty happy with that. Just 2 on Brickowl, both internationals, and 1 Australia, the other I'm not exactly sure where. Oh, Vietnam, that's it, Vietnam, I think. Yeah, not sent to Vietnam in a while. I think I've sent before, but not often. And then we've got a couple on eBay as well to get sent off. Now, managed to get cleaned up yesterday, so got the orange container put away, also got the 2 sets uploaded, so quite a productive day yesterday. And I've also set up, I believe, if I can just get it up, I think I have set up a live stream for tonight. So let's have a look at content, and we've got a live stream all set up, ready to go tonight, Thursday at 8 o'clock, and it'll be going to be interesting to see how many people turn up for that. Just noticed I already got 3 likes, so I'm hoping 3 people are going to show up at least. So excited for that, and we'll give you some feedback tomorrow on what that was like. Today, I'm not 100% sure what to get started with. Need to just check my setup for the live stream, but I think I might even concentrate on getting this lot moved, as I've talked about a couple of times. I've really only got this space left for the use. So if I start another orange cabinet, that's gonna fill up much more quickly than I would like it to. Now I've decided as well that I'm going to get another 4 cabinets and add them to this wall. Now that I've took the shelving down, I can squeeze another 4 cabinets on there, and that'll bring it nicely to the end of the drawer, so I'll have a full row right up to this end. Now, I wanted to make that decision before I numbered these here, because I had originally said that this was going to be 1801 and continue on following the numbers from this rack, but I didn't want to do that and then end up with, you know, more units here, which would throw the numbers out again. So I'm not sure actually how to number these now, because what my fear is that these being more mobile, that they might change position. So I'm actually thinking that maybe I should give these a more unique numbering. So let me know what you think about that. I've had some good suggestions in the past about numbering, and I would really appreciate some input, I think, on this one. Orders are all picked for today. We've got some bright light orange archers going off to the US. We've got an Imperial Death Trooper. We've got a bunch of white plates going out. Mixed parts here. I think this is the one going off to Vietnam. A couple of figures and some minifig parts. And that one's going to Australia. And then we've got a couple of eBay orders, Tuscan Raider and Luna Lovegood figure. And then we've got this order, which is the big order for today. This was only 34 lots, but everything in bulk quantity. And it was about £112 worth or so. So a nice little order, and really appreciate that. I've been busy relocating items that were in this section here, which were new parts, and I've been moving them over to the other new part wall to try and fill up some of these drawers and then make these available for used, and this whole wall will be used parts. Now, I've still got 4 cabinets to go, still need to get those moved. But this has allowed me to now get the numbering done on the drawers. Something, you know, I'm just lazy and put it off completely. Now, I thought I'd give yourselves a little bit of a chuckle here, because I thought at the start of this I'd be clever and start with new at this end and used at that end, and I would start numbering, and I would just, you know, kind of merge them together. Which is great in theory, except some idiot can't count, because I seem to have stopped here at 1100, and when I've worked back this way, I end up here at 1121. So I've got a gap of 20 numbers. So I don't know how the hell I managed to miscount this. It's just stupid. So I'm kind of, you know, giving myself a bit of a hard time about it. Now, it's not the end of the world, because I've actually just ordered 4 more cabinets to go at the end of here. But that is going to mean that if I do this properly, I'll need to move some of the drawers up a little bit. Which is going to be a right pain with all these drawers, taking them all in and out and in and out just to get the numbers right. It's either that or I just take the hit and I don't have any numbers between 11 and 1121, but that would just irritate me forever. So either way, I'm going to have to get it sorted out, and it's a little bit of a pain, to be quite honest. Friday the 17th of Feb, and yesterday evening we had a live stream, and we had a bunch of people join in, including some fellow YouTubers with Ralph's Bricks and Pop's Block Shop. Good to see those guys on there, and lots of other subscribers as well. Only the second live stream I've done, so still really getting used to the format and keeping up with chat, and I'm not sure whether doing the sorting at the same time is the best idea or not, or whether it should just, you know, be myself chatting. So any thoughts on that? I'd be interested to hear how you think these live streams should be structured. But still got some of the aftermath on my desk here as well, from the sorting lots of weapons and things in particular that are really just getting categorized. Obviously they need to be broken out and sorted further. As for today, just 6 orders so far this morning. Some minifigs going out. This was a watcher or subscriber of the channel who bought lots of black bricks recently to build a Star Wars minifig stand. Looks like he's fleshing some of that stand out with some figures now as well. And we've got an orc going out. We've got some brown spacemen going out. And a couple of these are going off to international buyers. This one going to Switzerland, and the orc is going off to Norway, I believe. Other things going on today, or possibly today, got the 4 more cabinets coming really quickly actually from Rapid Online. Managed to get them for $22.50 in the end, and they're going to go here and just finish this wall out a little bit. So we'll maybe get those up over the weekend, or I could even, dare I say, get the battening up in advance of the cabinets coming. Might even think about doing that, but still want to get some more of these cabinets sorted and get these emptied out and off to the container, and you know, whittle through them a little bit more. 2 full ones here still, but 3 more in the container, so 5 in total still to sort, and then I can get them up for sale and get them moved on. So we've just emptied another cabinet and got it all put away, and from that we ended up with 2,000 parts in 131 lots. And I actually had a bit of help with this one, which meant that it went so quick. It was unbelievable, actually, the quickest I've ever emptied one of these. And that was because I had my wife helping me to pull out the drawers that had the mixed parts in and sort out all of the colours. And then she would add a little note with a count for each of the pots. And that just sped up the process no end, so much so that we've had a bite of lunch and we're tackling another one, which is the last one that I've got here at the house. We're hoping to get that done this afternoon, and that'll leave me with just 3 more to do at the container, which will be brilliant. So hopefully I'll maybe get by the container at some point, if not today, probably over the weekend, and we'll get the other 3 brought back to the house, ready to get those emptied as well. Not sure whether I'm going to get the time to put the cabinets up just yet. We'll see how that goes. Possibly not, but we'll see. The last cabinet went really quickly, so hopefully we can get this one knocked off really quickly too. So we've had a really productive day, and we've managed to get all of these orange cabinets emptied now. So these need to go back to the container, and there's 3 more to pick up, and we'll get those back and sorted as well. We ended up, out of the last 2 cabinets, getting 3,103 parts across 241 lots. So it's going to be interesting to see how much that adds to the store. I haven't priced this yet, so I need to do that and get it uploaded. Still wondering whether I've got time to get the cabinets on the wall, and I really need to get them on the wall because I've now completely, it couldn't have worked out any better, to be honest. I've now completely filled right up to where the drawers are sticking out with used. So all of that there is used, completely full. The last 2 rows of cabinets at the end still need to be transferred across to the opposite wall, and that'll give me 4 more cabinets there for used. I'm going to add 4 more here, so there'll be 8 cabinets still to add used to, and then I need to start hitting these blue organizers at the back here. So as I suspected, when you start adding used items, it rapidly starts to take up space in the organisation, in the drawers. And we need to figure out what we do when we run out of that room. We do have the wall up there that I'm thinking about, you know, potentially in the future, adding another, I think 12 more cabinets there. I'll be able to get. I'm not super keen to do that because I do like the shelves up there and they give me some room for storage of other things, etc. But we'll see how we get on. You know, with what is it, 350 kilos of used, we're going to start adding many more lots of used stuff, so it's going to fill up quickly. Now, of course, as we fulfill orders, the drawers will empty and they'll just get restocked. So we'll see how that goes. Now, on top of the 350 kilos of bulk that we talked about, we have still got close to 108,000 items to list that were catalogued from the Brick Pickers list, which means despite how long I've been going, I've listed about 550,000 items. Now, of course, on top of that, there's been some other things that were not catalogued, and you know, that would have been added as well. It just shows how long it takes to you know, move one store to another when you're just a single one-man band. So I've ended up putting up the 4 new Rayco units that arrived today, and they've completed the wall right to the end here. And I've got to say that I've always been a fan of these Rayco units, but these were the most misshapen ones I've ever had to try and fit. And I don't know if you can even see on that end one, it was just bored in all ways, and to try and get it so that the cabinets lined up anywhere close was a major achievement, and not really that impressed with the quality control on those in terms of the squareness of them, at least. But that's it for now for me, I think, for the Rayco units. I may end up, the only real place that I'm probably may end up with some is up there, as I said earlier, filling that wall out, but that's going to be some time off, I think, if at all. So we'll see how we go. The awkward thing is that I could always go higher. I've got lots of room to go higher, but of course you can't reach them. So I'd need to get, you know, steps to pick the orders, which really isn't practical, and I don't really want to do that. But it's a bit of a shame, that wasted height. Hey, oh, that's the way things go, I guess. That's going to do me for this week, I think. We're possibly going to get to the container over the weekend, but we'll cover that in next week's vlog.